And I want to tell people that on Saturday, let's vote on merit.
Welcome to One-on-One Talk with Joseph Admin Opio and
Bosco Okwaja.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Briefly, tell me your name, your cohort, and the master at the time when you were at Ngora High School.
Thank you very much. My name is Bosco Okwaja. I was in Ngora High School in 1995 for Senior 1, and I completed my Senior 4 in 98. I went back to A level, the cohort of 98 and the cohort of 2000. My head teacher when I was in O level was Muzee Joash Olupot.
Yes.
But I don't know whether that was retirement. When we were in Senior 4 third term, he was taken to head the education center in Kumi.
Okay.
And then in Senior 4, I remember third term, they brought in Mr. Kabwai, who had come from Western Uganda. The one who served until we completed Senior 6.
Mr. Okwaja, we are going to a time of election, and Ngora High School All the Students Association has been there for some good time.
Yes.
So, what is your general view of the association?
The general view of the association, first of all, I want to thank the outgoing executive committee headed by Ken Oluka. I think they are the pioneers. They are the one who hatched the idea. They mobilized the people, and they have done great things. For example, mobilizing us, those people were few, and then also coming up with a constitution, and then coming up with a circle, and then the projects they have done at school. For example, the construction of the girls' dormitory.
Wow.
That has really been very, very great.
Wow.
So we want to thank them that they have set the foundation and they have put systems in place. And now we have where to begin from. Yes.
That's great. That's really great. So what hopes do you have for Ngora High School Old Students Association? What hopes do you have for it?
Now for the Old Students Association, the biggest thing, if we want everything to become easy and simple and for us to move forward, is to see how to bring everyone on board. That is the most important one. Remember, we're going for election, and in our main WhatsApp forum, we own about 960. So, really, is to mobilize the old students.
True.
And ensure that those numbers grow big. The strategies for mobilizing the old students I will share with you on Saturday when I'm given a chance to talk to the electorate. But it's very, very important. That is the beginning point. Because
that's really great.
When the bigger numbers come on board, then these other issues can be sorted out with a lot of ease.
That's really great. Now, when you become a leader or a chairperson of NONSA, what will be your first priority in the alumni?
I've already mentioned is mobilizing as many alumni or old students as possible. You want me to preempt my what? My manifesto for Saturday, but I've told you, okay, in summary, I have 3 things I will elaborate on that.
Yes.
3, just basically. I've talked to you, mobilizing the alumni. How they will be mobilized, I will share with you that day. And then 2, infrastructure, development of the school. And then 3, academic excellence. Improving on the performance of our school.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Being a teacher, that is my main area of expertise. And with experience from the 2 great schools I've worked with. By the way, I didn't tell you my work history.
Sure.
For me, I've worked only in 3 institutions.
Oh.
Only in 3 institutions.
Oh, that portrays a good character.
When I finished my diploma, I got a job in the Great Seta High School.
Wow.
Where I served. And when I was serving in Seta High, I had to go for my bachelor's degree. And after that bachelor's degree, I was given a government job in Namiriango College. The great college, which is about now 119 years old. Slightly older than ours. And then, after that, did my master's when I was in Namiyango College. After that master's during COVID, I applied to work with the Ministry of Agriculture, and right now I'm at the level of a commissioner, but I'm heading an institution that trains Ugandans on mindset change and agriculture technology.
Wow, that's great.
National Farmers Leadership Center. But why I'm bringing all that, I'm saying I am a teacher. I've been in a classroom. I have done education from the lowest level up to the highest. I'm right now doing a PhD in education.
Wow, that's great.
The academic part, and I'm doing the research.
Wow.
And the two schools I've worked, I think you know them when it comes to performance.
Yeah, they are really doing well.
Those are the schools I've served for 17 years.
Wow.
I know what it means to produce good work.
Students.
Good results. And also it should be clear. I am not going to do the work of the head teacher or the work of the teachers. But I will be at a strategic level.
True.
When reports come from school on performance, I will be in position to advise. I will be in position to tell why the performance is deteriorating, or why the performance is improving, and why the performance is excellent.
Sure.
So that is my area of expertise.
That's really great. We really need to see Ngora High School become great again. Mr. Okwaja, we want really to say everyone has given how they want Ngora High School to be a better place. But now we have one challenge, and I know it's a very big challenge. If you follow up our conversations, what do you see our conversations in our platforms? What is your perception of our conversations?
The conversations have been good. They have not been very bad. So there was that aspect where the supporters saw voters were going emotional. But for me as a leader, I've been controlling my supporters.
Yes.
Whenever they would want to begin bringing in personal things, engaging people on things that do not concern our school, I would tell them to do what? To stop. Character assassination, attacking people, I was 100% against. Most importantly, I want to thank the Electoral Commission for coming up with tough regulations. For example, when they said supporters are not allowed to campaign, it is only the what? The candidates. I think that one calmed the house.
True.
But in a campaign, you expect such reaction, and you don't have to take personal and blame people. People will even talk negative about you. And sometimes when they mention these negative facts, they might be true. But of course, as a leader, if you see what they are saying is true, you provide room for improvement. And if you find that what they are saying is not true, you just ignore. And you move on. But most importantly, I want to thank also the Electoral Commission, because so far we are moving at the right trend. We are really doing well.
Wow.
And we pray, my humble prayer, that the numbers are building. These elections, they should not divide us. At the end of the polling on Saturday, the outcome of that election will be respected.
True. That's very, very true. And
I only pray that after the election, we'll still remain the same bigger numbers we have registered today.
Sure.
And then those numbers should continue until when we bring all the alumni on board.
True.
That is my humble request.
Wow. So
we don't want to have situations like the Katonga and the Najana Nkumbi after the election. We don't want to have issues like Odinga and the Ruto in Kenya.
No, we can't. We can't have it there.
We want a high school where everyone is what? Is respected. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we've been seeing the cohorts and the age groups, and we realize that the young group is also not really in sync with the old group. So how best can you bring these two groups together?
Now, the first thing I want to mention here, that Toko is not healthy and is not good.
True.
The most important thing is that we need each other. And I want to tell people that on Saturday, let's vote on merit. Let's vote on merit. And the person with the capabilities should be given the what? The chair.
True.
And also I want to humbly request that the person who will be voted should have enough time. Enough time for the what? For the institution.
True.
I personally, if the former chairperson had come back, I wouldn't have come. Because he had time for the school, and you do see that he's dedicated, he would do his work. But what we need is a person who has time for the institution, the person who will have the energy, that when called, will be in position to appear, and a person, not a person who's going to be a burden to the what? To the school.
To the school, yeah.
Should be a person who's going to support the what?
The school.
The school. So for me, but also, you see, as politicians and as leaders, you have to listen to the views of the people. The young people feel that they have not been what?
Recognized.
Considered. They feel that this is their time
Sure.
to get on board. Yes, it is true. But also to remind them, even the elderly, our seniors, they are also equally very, very what? Important. And I would even suggest that if, for example, on Saturday during the General Assembly, if there was a way of touching that constitution, and we find a body, like we would call it maybe the board of trustees, so that these seniors of ours would progress to that level of management, and then we would have the chairman and his executive what? Committee. So that the board of trustees can advise the EXCOM of NOSA.
Okay.
That would be my suggestion.
Okay, thank you. Finally, why do you think you are the best candidate for this post?
Why do you think I'm the best candidate for this post?
Yes.
One is my profession. I'm a teacher by profession. And I've been in class for 17 years. And now I'm in top management. And even academic qualification. I'm not a theoretical person. Even my papers, I've attained them with experience. Go to class, teach, then add. Go to class, teach, then add. That's why now I left the agriculture I was teaching and started doing management. So I am really what? A manager. So basically, I'm looking at my experience and then also my age.
Sure.
I am now 44 years. I have a belief that this is now the time I have to perform my best. And this is the time I have to give back to my school. And even now, the office I'm holding, I have the potential to support the what? The school. Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So what would you want to tell your voters?
One, I want to inform our voters that Ngora School should move from a middle school to the first world school in Uganda.
Wow.
For the years we have existed, we should now be in the class of Kisubi, Namiryango, Namagunga, Budo, Gayaza. And we have even the strong area. Our strength is that in our school we have both girls and what?
Boys.
Boys. And Ngora School is the best girls school in Iteso. There is no other good girls school in Iteso than Ngora what?
Hi.
Ngora High. So we have the potential. And even our catchment area is what? Is big. So I want to call on colleagues, come and we vote. And after voting, we see how to push our school to a first class.
Okay.